to this evening's show, The Rape of Aphrodite, Our Journey, My Story, by VASILIS Panayis and his group. They should be coming in a moment. And then there will be music, as you know, after, and some songs. We've got a few musicians that will be here this evening. The rest of Cyprus Week, tomorrow, we will have a reading of Giorgos' play, "50χρο νια απο". Okay, there's quite a big cast for that.
Yeah.
So that's tomorrow, so you're welcome to come to that one tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Will there be a lot of actors?
Sorry?
Will there be a lot of actors?
A lot of actors tomorrow, there's quite a few people tomorrow. And then on Thursday, it's the Cypria, which has been co-sponsored by the Cyprus High Commission, very kindly, and we have MENIOS GRAMMENOS. They've co-sponsored the Cypria, which is a play written and directed by the young writer, director. So that will be on Thursday and Friday. So there's two performances on Friday, a matinee and an evening show. And then on Saturday, the 20th, we have The Trojan Women by Euripides, obviously. But it's been adapted by a gentleman called Neokleous. It's a famous adaptation, actually, and we're only allowed to put it on once on Aggeliki, just once.
Yeah.
And he will be in attendance on Saturday, Neokleous. So that's the rest of the week for Cyprus Week. That's the rest of the program. And now, put your hands together for VASILIS and his group.
Πάλε που τη ζωή μου ακόμα δεν φάνηκε να αρκετέ το παιδί μου. Ήτουν Ιούλης που φύγε να πά να πολεμήσει κι έχει που τότε σκαρτερό κι ακόμα να γυρίσει. Είσαι στον πενταδάχτυλο φκιόρο για να μυρίζεις. Οι ρίζες σου ένα τζάμε στον τόπο σου που ρίζεις.
Γενικά μανούλα μου έναν με τα χωράφια να στραφείτε να έχετε
μες στο χορκό σημάδια, μες στο χορκό σημάδια. Χαπάριν τζιβρεμέ ξανά και ξύπνησε με χαπάριν παγνοούμενο και αναστάτωσε με εν το χαπάριν μπορκετέ μες στα ορώματα μου και καυκί μου τα σώθηκα και κρούζει την καρδιά μου.
Μάνα, μεν με γυρεύκετε και μεν με καρτεράτε. Πέτω του κόσμου και τους λάς κοτσίποδα που πάτε.
Είσαι στον πενταδάχτυλο φκιόρο για να μυρίζεις. Οι ρίζες σου ένα τζάμε στον τόπο σου που ρίζεις.
Γενικά μανούλα μου έναν με τα χωράφια να στραφείτε να έχετε
μες στο χορκό σημάδια.
Έγινε η καμανούλα μου έναν με τα χωράφια, να στραφείτε να έχετε
μες στο χορκό σημάδια, μες στο χορκό σημάδια, μες στο χορκό σημάδια.
The road to freedom. During the guerrilla war of the year 1957 in Cyprus, I was a little kid with the other schoolboys and girls. Every time when the British soldiers were coming to our village to look for the guerrillas, we were protesting and getting the Greek flag to show them our feelings against their actions. So, they were forcing us, putting down the flag, face the wall, and put the flag down on the floor. I remember my mother saying that there were some men called guerrillas by the British Army. So many times I have been scared and waking up in the middle of the night, having nightmares about guerrillas. In 1960, Cyprus became independent. I was growing up enjoying the freedom of the independence till 1974. July 1974. We picked up few things and left. We got lost in different directions. Our dreams have been unfinished. Our memories a bunch of nothing. It has been a long time now. I am thinking of organizing a journey back there. I am sleeping with my mind all the time there, dreaming about everything I had and not being able to see again. My village, my home, my old school, my street, the olive tree in my garden, my dog, the taste of the water from the old tap in my village square. In my mind, I can find all the good and bad that happened to me back in the old days. The scars and the pain that we have been through together, me and my friends. The sorrow and the pain are getting bigger and bigger.
50 years of waiting. Many Julys have passed. This one is also slowly passing. But nothing happens. All we manage to do is go into the streets to protest. Surprise, Cyprus, July 1974. Cyprus, July 2024. For 50 years we've been carrying the pain and agony of returning to our homes. Over the years, refugees have died. They have not left because they are returning to their ancestral homes, but because time is running out. They live with the pain and misery of returning to their homes.
Deep in my memory, I remember Saturday, July 15th, July 1974.
So tell me about your experience. During the days before the invasion in Cyprus, when unfortunately Greeks were to fight the Greeks.
You're right, Greeks. They were to fight the Greeks. On the 15th of July, I was driving to the examination center with a friend when a radio station stopped playing music and announced that there had been a coup and President Makarios was dead. The rest is history.
What did you do?
What do I do? We just follow the instructions like everyone else. We went back to our homes and waited. On Friday night, I was driving to go to Dikomo village, where I was living, and on my way there, I was stopped by members of the Ogavita. They asked me to get out of the car. I did. They were taking me God knows where. I was very scared, but lucky at the same time. Another member of the Ogavita shouted at them.
Just let him go. I know him. He's an actor.
He was lucky. I was lucky. He saved my life. They let me go.
Meanwhile, politicians are all the same. We celebrate elections just for them to tell us many things. For us to become a means for their ends. They sell us promises. They sell us fairy tales and myths. A representative of the Cypriot government made a shocking admission about the missing people. He said,
"Unfortunately, governments did not tell the truth to some of the relatives of the missing, for they knew their fate, but said nothing. And after years, they were forced to tell the truth, that they were killed."
Θωρώ τον πενταδάχτυλο με ανθρωπίσι μάτια και σκέφτομαι κι αναπολώ πως είμαι πίσω στο χορκό και γίνουμε κομμάτια. Ο Άης μάμας εν για με μόνος και ρηπωμένος και ο Άης Γιώργης πάρα και βουβός μαραζωμένος. Και η αψηφιώτισσα η Παναγιά με δάκρυ βλέπει μαύρο που ζώα της εβάλασιν, οι βάρβαροι και κάμαν της την εκκλησιάν της τάβλο. Μα τσίνοι πάλε εν για με και καρτερά μας, για με που ούλοι αφήκαμεν, τσίν το πρωί που φύαμεν το γέμαν της καρδιάς μας. Πάνω στη μούτην του βουνού της ρίενας εν τα σπίτια, θα αρκούμε πως ακούω την που παρπατά τη νύχτα. Κάμε Θεέ μου να γεννεί, να ξαναπάμε πίσω, στον πενταδάχτυλο να βγω, το χώμα του το ιερό να σύψω να φιλήσω. Στο σπίτι μου μες στο χορκό να ξαναπαρπατήσω και τη ψυχή μου λεύτερη για μένα την αφήσω.
Θεέ μου και να'ρθούν όμορφες μέρες στα χορκά μας και να γεμώσουν τα στενά με πλάσματα δικά μας. Τόποι μου που γεννήθηκα δική μου και γειτόνι, πέμπω σας χαιρετίσματα μ' όμορφο χελιδόνι. Κύπρος καρτερά και έρχομαι και έχω σου το ταμένο, από καρδιάς ορκίστηκα και ένα αποφασισμένο. Στο χώμα σου ετάχτηκα και να το ομολογήσω, την τελευταία μου πνοή για μένα την αφήσω. Την τελευταία μου πνοή για μένα την αφήσω. Τα φτερά του δύνατα που εν έχω και γιονί, όπου περνάτε στις θάλασσες και φοάτε χιόνι. Αγαπημένο μου χορκόν να μπορούν να νεφάνω, να σε βλέπα μια στάλαμη περκεί κοντά σου Γιάννο. Κύπρος καρτερά και έρχομαι και έχω σου το ταμένο, από καρδιάς ορκίστηκα και ένα αποφασισμένο. Στο χώμα σου ετάχτηκα και να το ομολογήσω, την τελευταία μου πνοή για μένα την αφήσω. Την τελευταία μου πνοή για μένα την αφήσω.
Me, I just managed to pass the border in Nicosia a few years ago. Managed to see all known places again. Past the old cathedral which I had missed. The Church of Santa Sofia in the half-occupied European capital of Nicosia. The only occupied capital in Europe. I sat down and I had a thought about the possibility of all the people in Cyprus being able to live together again. Last night, I dreamt about my village. And in my dream, I passed all the way through the most important places. My village, that I love so much. Everywhere I went, everywhere I looked, I've been asked if we're going back. The rocks, the trees, the birds, everything else, they were asking me, when are we going back? Because they missed me. Because we left so suddenly without saying where we were going. Everywhere I was going, I've been asked where I was, when am I going to return? Suddenly I woke up and started crying. And then I made a wish to my God, asking my God to help me fulfill my dreams, to be able to return and meet with the old friends and neighbours, Turks and Greeks together again, to be able to feel free and happy again. And the pain is unbearable. Here we're talking about the rape of Venus, Aphrodite, the rape of Cyprus, the loss of our loved ones, the loss of our homelands, our homes, the olive tree, our carob tree, the destruction of our houses to build other ones, just to kill our dreams of returning there, the loss of our childhood dreams. We're talking about our own myths.
This is not a myth. It's my story.
What is your story?
My story? My story is like watching a film. On Saturday, 20th of July, I was getting ready to travel to Nicosia when I heard the radio announcement that Cyprus had been invaded by Turkey, and everyone had to go to the nearest army base. So I went to the one in Nico, because I was living there, and got on the lorry with others to go to the front line to find the Turkish army. On our way there, the Turkish planes attacked, trying to kill us all. We managed to get off the lorry and hide. We managed to survive. On the first night, we joined more soldiers on their way to save our homes and land. Unfortunately, we saw soldiers losing their lives, experiencing chaos and disappointment.
Did you kill someone?
If I kill someone, in wars, my friends, you must shoot before they shoot you. Shoot before you get killed. So I was there when the fight was happening at Kochakaya in Aphrodite on the Neokleous mountain. We went to hell and back, a night of chaos, the hardest night of my life. I thought it was a dream and waited to wake up. What an experience. The next morning, well, what's happened? Few of us, we found ourselves back in the base. I was with a few other soldiers, waited for the van to take us to another front line near the sea. This time, the van didn't return. I suppose we were lucky again, because none of the soldiers who went to the front line where the Turkish army invaded. None of them survived. We were so hungry and thirsty. Luckily, the villagers near the camp, they dropped few boxes full of mixed like Atlantico, potatoes, tomatoes, cucumbers and everything. So we ate as much as we can, you know. We all ate much, but, you know, still hungry. They will order us to go back to our villages. On our way back, we had to go through a small river. At one point, we met with few other soldiers, and we thought we'd talk to them. So this was a time when you have to ask fast. If you don't shoot, they will shoot you. You will get killed.
So what happened?
What happened? Well, we talked to them in Greek. And then, when they didn't answer, we realized that they were Turks. Without any hesitation, I used my experience from the army. I used my gun to save my life. I walked all the night, and the next morning, I was outside the Panos, you know. So I approached some houses when I realized that barely anyone was around. I looked at my right and saw the Turkish flag on the church of Giorgos in Panos. It was then when I realized the Turkish army was in the village. So what we did, I hid myself in the bushes and waited until I managed to escape to go to my village, Sikharin, which was next to Likomo. But when I got there, it was the same situation. The village was already occupied by Turkish army. On my way to my village, I met with some other soldiers and some other people carrying few of their belongings because they left their homes to go to the nearest places. I ended up in a village of Nya. Nya is a village near Nicosia. So we were very hungry and thirsty again, and the villagers, they offered some patika and alumi and some water. So we ate and joined others to keep fighting. That was the last time before the ceasefire. So we just get orders through the radio announcement to go to Nicosia and give our guns to the police. So we did, and we started looking for our relatives, our mothers, fathers, family. That's a part of my story.
Talk about the story, the myth. Talk about Kyrene and Nicosia.
Ah, Gerasimos, you are my biggest pain. You are the blood in my vein. For what I miss, you are the main.
I traveled deep in my mind, touching all your memories. Memories I left behind, the time when I had to live.
And now I travel in my dreams, looking to find what I miss. I am walking in your streets, your mountains and bliss.
Αχ, Gerasimos μου αγαπημένη, ποτέ δεν σε ξεχνώ. Κοντά σου Gerasimos μου αγαπημένη, και πάλι θέλω να βρεθώ. These are memories stuck in my mind that made me bleed. What can a myth do to me? I will never forget that hot summer of July 1974.
How did you manage to survive? How did you manage to escape?
Well, it was a desire to live. Nothing more. Only that. I wanted to live.
And how did you manage to cross the front line?
The planes bombed constantly. The forests were burning, and the heat that it was unbearable. They let everything burn, and my only concern was that I wanted to live, to run as fast as I could, non-stop. The burning branches hit my face, and I wanted to cross the street. I wanted to reach where the army bullets couldn't reach.
That is really a scene from a film. So what happened next?
What happened next? At some point, I came across to the United Nations camp. I tried to enter, just to avoid the bombing of the Turkish planes, because the Turkish planes were coming, and where they were coming, they were bombing us. So I tried to stick to the place where the planes they couldn't bomb. So the United Nations Army, they were, kicking me out every time when I was trying to get in the camp.
So what happened?
What happened? The only solution, it was to cross the street. So when the planes left to get some more bombs, I started running again like an athlete. I managed to get across. I suppose more soldiers, they do the same thing as me. That's why I'm here today, my friend, talking to you. I wanted to live so much, to see my loved ones again, to see my family. The scars from the burning branches were on my face for days afterwards.
That's a painful story.
That's my story. It's not a myth.
On Saturday, August 17, 1974, around 10 a.m., 17 people were murdered in the yard of a house. The survivor of the mass slaughter was
Giorgos.
Giorgos was saved along with the few others as by a miracle. Although he was hit by 11 bullets, he was then transferred to the church of
a village called Boni,
and detained in the hospital of Kyrenia for 3 months before being released. He finished school in Nicosia and studied in Athens, where he lives to this day. Have you ever tried to forgive?
I cannot forgive these people. I cannot forgive any criminal. Yeah, I've been to hell and back. I've been through tough situations. But I don't think here I have the strength to forgive. Now who am I referring to? I'm not just referring to the Turks, I'm referring to the Greeks, because both communities committed atrocities against each other. And as far as I'm concerned, a criminal is a criminal. Every single day when I wake up in the morning, my thoughts go back there to 74. There's not one single day that I don't think about what happened. Not one day. You know, when you go to hell and back, those memories get so deeply rotted in your mind that just the thought of them, just the very thought of them, it's as though they happened yesterday. It wasn't until 2007 that I conjured up the courage to go back to my village in Aggeliki. Now at that time, I couldn't go to Subori's house. Subori's house is where the murders took place. It took me 3 years until my second time in my village that I conjured up the courage to go back. Where the murders took place shortly after the funeral. And I tell you, it was the most surreal experience I ever experienced in my life. I walked through the courtyard of my house, through the front door, And flashed before my eyes and back there. And I see my mother, my darling sister Christina, dead in a pool of blood. Then I remember the first bullet in my head and a few more in my body. Though I didn't feel the blasts. How am I alive, huh? I could hear everything. I could hear every scream, every cry, every voice. So my mother, shot dead with a bullet in the heart. My sister ravaged and raped. And flash, my sister's in my arms, dying with her last gasp of breath, dying in my arms. And suddenly I hear the voice of my grandmother and my other sister. Please, please, give me some water, please, I'm dying here. How unfortunate. How ironic that that day there was no water flowing in our village. So I went, I found a watermelon. I cut the watermelon in two and gave a piece to both my grandmother and my sister, just so they can sip and eat a little. As I told you, when you go to hell and back, when you see the devil in the face, those memories are so vivid. And I'll tell you, I remember the stretcher that pulled out their dead bodies. I remember the terrace of the house. And I remember the pool of blood that was left there when they were taken.
Did you ever find the killers?
Let me continue. My other sister, who by the grace of God is still alive today. Do you want to know how she's still alive? With 17 bullets in her body, you want to know how she's still alive? She was holding her baby in her arms, trying to save it. And as the Turks were shooting her dead, that baby was covering her heart. How funny. The baby saved the mother's life. And yes, to answer your question, I learned some of the names of these culprits, these criminals. I even learned where they live and where their families are and what some of them are doing today. But no, I'm not here to preach and tell you that they should be put to prison 50 years later. No, that is wishful thinking, isn't it? But all I'm asking for is that some reparations should be made so that these people can be held accountable for what they did. Come on! Come before us today. Explain. What prompted you to carry out these massacres? Because for the life of me, 50 years later, every time that I think back, for the life of me, I cannot imagine, I cannot fathom how another human being, if you want to call him human, can commit such atrocities against another. Because let me tell you, Aloy, Marafas, and Dalani, you know these villages? These are villages where Turkish Cypriots lived. And I wept for them. I wept for them. Do you want to know how many people were massacred in these villages? 126 people. Dead. Dead. And I mourn for them. I cry for them. What can I say?
Here we're talking about nails that pierce our hearts, about crucifixions. Here we're talking about the pain has become unbearable. About a betrayed Kyrenia. A Kyrenia watered with tears and blood of her children. We're talking about a Bendadactylos, looking at us mournfully. A Bendadactylos that holds the bones of our ancestors. A Bendadactylos where we experience the scariest stories of our lives. Bendadactylos of July 1974.
This is where my village is, Sikari, where my home is. And now, they have knocked my house down to build a new one in its place. They are destroying my hopes to return.
Here, we're talking about memories nailed to our minds. Memories that are not changed by anything. So what myth are we talking about? That's not a myth. We're talking about destroying souls, about crushing dreams, about rape, about slaughter, about the suffering of life, the kaironia that we are losing, a pentadactylos that keeps looking at us and asking us, why? A Nicosia that we are losing.
Aggeliki, Nicosia, Cyprus, 1974. Little Maria was laying upon her dead mother's body. A Turkish Cypriot woman walking past that house heard Maria's cries. She went to the house and saw little Maria there on top of her dead mother, with 7 other bodies in a pool of blood. She took little Maria to the nearest refuge, to a church. In this church, the Red Cross were treating other women and girls who were also raped by the Turks. And by some miracle, her father was outside of this church. He sees a photographer about to go in the church, and he asks the father, he says, "Hey, are you going in?" The photographer says, "Yes, I'm going to go in the church to take some photos." And the father asks, please, will you bring my daughter to me, please? The photographer agreed. He went in and secretly brought out his little girl. Oh my goodness, what a beautiful moment. He lifts up his little girl into the air, both in tears. What a beautiful, touching moment. And that photographer, I'm telling you, it was like a miracle. He took a photo of that little girl and her father, captured their faces so perfectly. That was a miracle.
That's another sad story.
Yes, when he did that big exhibition in the Medaxa Square in Nicosia, symbolically, the photographer wrapped those photos in barbed wire. Why? Because he believed that with Cypriot society now, the generations today, that they would also grow up in that barbed wire.
It's so painful.
And when he took these photos, little did he know that 50 years later, that these photos will be so symbolic, representing Cyprus's tragic history. It's tragic for any human being to photograph any war, any atrocity, but imagine photographing your own people, your neighbors, your friends. Can you imagine? It's too painful.
July 1974, Cyprus. So what myth are you talking about? Here we're talking about the port of Kaironia, about the house of Rigani on 5-finger mountain Pentadactylos. We're talking about Pentadactylos, about the lost half of Nicosia, the loss of Hagia Sophia. We're talking about the haunted Famagusta, about the trap Rizzogapat, about the miraculous Apostolos Andreas. So what myth are you talking about? And the years go by, people go and dreams don't come true. And when you ask the politicians, what about the Cyprus problem? The answer is, there's still hope. Fortunately, there is still hope. We have hope and we wait patiently. It's the only thing that keeps the memories alive. What would we do if hope is finally lost? Bad luck for us. So let's not forget.
Cyprus, July 1974. Now 2024. We're talking about a robbery, and we are talking about an invasion. 50 years of waiting. 50 years. Let's hope and let us pray that one day we will be returned. For I have faith in my God, and I have faith in Jesus, that there is hope.
Let's wait day and night for a gust of wind that brings the fulfillment of dreams, the return to our homeland. But time brings disappointment, and disappointment turns to tears. Time brings distance,
For you, my
and they are wanted, my friend.
You know, the foreigners who entered your father's house, they knocked it down and built a new one.
Well, whatever more can I say? It's, I let my family know, and we'll see what we can do.
And this is where dreams are shattered. But the souls made their way up there, wherever they are. They have no difference between them. Be sure of this. Souls do not discriminate and do not care about material things. They become one.
We of us here today who are still here should come together to find a way to justice, for we owe it to those who left.
Surely you heard about the hope that met with Hellenic, the old refugee. Hope entered Helenic's kitchen where she was frying traditional meatballs for her family. And Hope sat down and also began to eat and was pleased. Then Hope went up high into the clouds and sat there enjoying the stillness. And so the same thing happened with Asher. Asher was also cooking traditional kebabs when suddenly Hope appeared and came and sat down and started to eat Asher's kebabs. She ate them and she was pleased. And she too went up to the heavens, up there in the clouds. Asher's Hope went up to the heavens too and sat right next to Helen's Hope. "Hi, Hope," said Helen's Hope. "Hi, Hope," said Asher's Hope. The two Hopes began to talk and told each other that they must try to join forces, to unite their hopes, to do everything possible to achieve their goals, to help Eleni and Asher achieve their dreams, to return to their childhood homes. This is the only way dreams will come true. By uniting hopes and uniting efforts, people will be able to build bright roads and will bring better days, bring people closer to achieve their dreams again. And if there is hope, there are also dreams. The dreams that sometimes come true.
My Gerinia, I am an instrument to play and verses to describe your severe injuries. They make me cry for you.
I want to talk about your pain. My Cyprus, you are my pain. My little mother, my memories. How can you stand the injuries?
They raped you, my mother, my little sweet Aphrodite. They robbed you and they left you. They split you and didn't bother.
They put your own world. They killed young and old. They took your best from you and all the goods from your soul.
Gave it to all the others, leaving behind mothers, left abandoned children with fear in their hearts.
We must fight together and make friends forever. Let's all now move ahead. Let's all share the bread.
Let's all talk about peace. Let's all see what there is. Feel the joy of happiness, the solution to the mess.
Cyprus, my beautiful island, cheers for you, cheers for your people. If the world is lost, you don't go, please stay.
Να σ' αρνηθώ, να σ' απολυσμονήσω, να μην βρω νερό να πιω, μη ρούχο να φορήσω. Ανεβουληθώ, ανεβουληθώ, να σ' αρνηθώ, να σ' απολυσμονήσω, να μην μπορώ φιλί να βρω, μη δάκρυνα χωρίσω, να μην μπορώ φιλί να βρω, μη δάκρυνα δακρύσω.
Θα κάνουμε ένα διάλειμμα 15 λεπτών για να πείτε ένα ποτάκι και θα υλοποιήσουμε το τραγουδιστικό μέρος και τα τραγούδια όλα είναι αφιερωμένα στην Κύπρο μας. Θα έχουμε την Αγγελική Δάρα, η οποία θα γυρίσει πίσω, τον Γιώργο Γεράσιμο και την Neokleous και όλα τα τραγούδια είναι αφιερωμένα στην Κύπρο. Επομένως, κάντε το διάλειμμά σας και γυρίστε πίσω σε 15 λεπτά. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Roses in my hands, throw away all the bad things and bring back the good ones. When I was a bird, so I could fly anywhere I want without asking anyone's permission. Fly out of the sky and see my village anytime I want without asking anyone's permission. My neighbour in my village, to sit where I want, to go and visit my home, where I was born, where I used to play as a boy, where the roots of my family are, and then to tell everyone that.
Cyprus, I know you've been hurting, and I know you've been looking for answers. But I'm here to pray for you, Cyprus. I'm here to pray that you find your way back to God. Because Cyprus, He is your only way to freedom. He is the one to mend your broken heart. For by His blood, your stripes have been healed, Cyprus. I'm here to pray for you, Cyprus, to let you know that hope is more than a four-letter word. No, it is a promise to you, Cyprus, for a brand new beginning. Because it's not wishful thinking that there is a love that transcends this world. And Cyprus, you have been chosen. You, Cyprus, are a chosen nation. Wake up, Cyprus! You are not dead, but you are awake and alone, to lead me home, coming out, take me higher, growing these knees through the mire, curse and sin, hell me hell, moving my soul, but I never sell, it's coming out, it's not making pure, walk through the valley, but never alone, right on the path to lead me home, coming out, take me higher, beyond the seas, through the mire, curse and sin, hell me hell, moving my soul, but I never sell, it's coming out, it's heart making pure. This one thing that no one's sure about. Turn to the face, press my speed. Cloud goes and the cactus free. And it shall be my final dance. Shining out with every glance. And grace is the grace of the fiery boy. The cheats are broken, then the storm. Lost, messinga, encanto sto danni, nami pagi, ufena. γιατί εσύ έλκυσες πάνω στο σταυρό. Εκεί ξανά γεννήθηκα και κέρδισα τον ουρανό. Την χάρη σου με έδωσες, την αγάπη σου με έσωσες, το νερό σου με γέμισες, το πλάνο σου με ελευθέρωσες. Ποτέ δεν θα μετανιώσω, ποτέ δεν θα κοιμηθώ. Με τα μάτια μόνο κοιτά, την ζωή που σου φέρνω. And your name?
Κύκλους, νησί της καρδιάς μας. Είσαι η θλίψη και η χαρά μας. Χρώμα ηρώεση το ξαδένω, με αίμα και με δάκρυα πολυσμένο. Η πρόσβηση της καρδιάς μας, είσαι η θλίψη και η χαρά μας. Ρωμαϊκό σασμένο, με αίμα και με δάκρυα πολυσμένο. Πήγες συνέχεια πριν γυρίσουμε, το μυαλό μας να βασανίζουν. Σ' ένα βιβλίο με μαύρη σελίδα εκπαρώνησες κάθε μας ελπίδα. Η πρόσκληση της καρδιάς μας, είσαι η θλίψη και η χαρά μας. Ρωμαϊκό εσχήνο σασμένο, με αίμα και με δάκρυα φορτισμένο. Δεν θα λησμονήσει πόσες ψυχές έχουν ραγίσει για φυλακή τα όνειρά σου. Θέλω μόνο, ναι μόνο τη ελευθερία σου. Η πρόσκληση της καρδιάς μας, είσαι η θλίψη και η χαρά μας. Ρωμαϊκό εσχήνο σασμένο, με αίμα και με δάκρυα φορτισμένο. Με αίμα και με δάκρυα φορτισμένο. Io πίσω, χωριό μου πονεμένο, μην λες και μην ονείρεσαι, μην είσαι λυπημένο. Σ' άφησα από νωρίς, μα ήχωση πριν κλείσω και τρέφηκα στην πρόσφυγια πρώτο να σε γνωρίσω. Βάρβαροι μας στέρισαν το ιερό σου κόμμα, μας στην καρδιά μας φωλιάσες μέχρι κι αυτή την ώρα. Βάρβαροι μας στέρισαν το ιερό μας κόμμα, μας στην καρδιά μου φωλιάσε μέχρι κι αυτή την ώρα. Κατέραψω σε ξένη γη να ζήσω, μα εσύ δεν είσαι λησμονιά, για μένα θα γυρίσω. Τον Αγίο Δημήτριο λαβάλα θέλω να ανάψω, τους δρόμους σου και τα στενά όλο αστρά θα βάσω. Μας στέρισαν το ιερό σου κόμμα, μας την καρδιά μου φωλιάσε μέχρι κι αυτή την ώρα. Βάρβαροι μας στέρισαν το ιερό σου κόμμα, μας την καρδιά μας φωλιάσε μέχρι κι αυτή την ώρα.
Σας περήφανοι που σήμερα μαζί σας να περάσουμε το βράδυ μας μαζί. Εδώ για την Κύπρο μας, πολύ σημαντικό, να την κρατούμε, να συνεχίζουμε να την κρατούμε στην καρδιά μας, να κρατήσουμε και την ελπίδα πως θα έρθει η μέρα μας, θα ελευθερωθεί. Θα ξεκινήσω με ένα τραγουδάκι τώρα που μιλάει για τα χορκά σαν παιδιά.
Και να πάω να τα δω. Ασχαλίσει και κοντέα, αγκαστήλια και βρεσιό, Dara βάσταν ως μητρέα, τα παιδιά μου να δω. Και ονάρες με κατάσι, λαμπito και τρίγωνο, κόμμα του ουρανού βαρύνει. Τα παιδιά μου μετρημένα, 627, μα επίλα μου η ξένη με την πύρα τα νυχτά. Αχέρι του κάνω ψητά, απ' να και σπαρτάρικο, γένατα και φωτολίδα, τα παιδιά μου αγαπώ. Πατώ στη μια και τη μου, δεν τα πάει σκερί. Ζώκια και του και πίτου, ατανή και βατιλή.
I want to take a moment to introduce you to Joe, my guitarist. He's Italian originally, but I feel like he's an adopted Cypriot. And for all these gigs that he comes with me, he's Constantinos.
Στον πόλεμο γεράσει. Όποιο μίξεις 3 χρονών χάζει και παρπάτα. Στο μυαλό σηκούνε κάτω και δεν τους την στράτα. Μήτρονο χρόνας δισεκτός, μήνας δευτεροβούνης, την στράτα που πήγαινα στην λαμπρόν την πιάνει μυαλό. Ο πρώτος ο μητσότερος, ελληνικού γραμμά, που έχει μάνα να το δει, μητερικό μουντάδι. Και έτσι zanidun olambro, ciulla catavinenda, giocos di tunda rigon, che da cruzmenna, come fustino plastiche, per la vestiti in l'ora, giovane caline buona. Και πολλούθηκο πάπους στα αέρα των ουρόνια και άνοιξε το στόμα του και λέει Γερασίμου, ώρα καλής του παγόρι, ούτε την αγώνη. Είμαστε να βγούμε που βάφουν ως αγώνι. Ώρα καλής του παγόρι, ούτε την αγώνη. Είμαστε να βγούμε που βάφουν ως αγώνι. Άπες μωρό και μεγάλος, τα μάτια εσηκώστα, χάρτια των πλάτη μας, πιάνουν εξής στράτα. Και πήγα σαν η φόρκα και στην τελεία βάση, κι ήταν που τα βαρέτη,
Σίγουρα θα κάψουμε αγγελία σήμερα απόψε, νομίζω, αλλά ελπίζω πάρα πολλά να θυμηθούμε την Κύπρο μας, τι σημαίνει για μας. Εγώ δεν γεννήθηκα όταν είναι η εισβολή, όμως έχω ακούσει τις ιστορίες της γωνίας μου, της συγγενείς μου, στους Κυπραίους και είναι κάτι που είναι μέσα μας. Και νομίζω είναι πάρα πολύ σημαντικό να συνεχίζουμε να σκεφτόμαστε για την Κύπρο μας και δυστυχώς 50 χρόνια, αλλά πιστεύω στην ψυχή μου ότι μια ημέρα θα ελευθερωθεί η Κύπρος μας. Το πιστεύω. Τώρα αυτό σίγουρα που το ξέρετε, ελπίζω θα τραβήσετε μαζί μου στο ρεφρέν.
Λένε πως ο άνθρωπος πρέπει την πατρίδα να αγαπάς. Λένε πως ο άνθρωπος πρέπει την πατρίδα να αγαπάς. Έτσι λέει το πατέρας μου σιγά. Έτσι λέει το πατέρας μου σιγά. Η δική μου η πατρίδα έχει μοιραστεί στα δυο. Η δική μου η πατρίδα έχει μοιραστεί στα δυο. Δυο κομμάτια πρέπει να αγαπώ. Από τα δυο κομμάτια πρέπει να αγαπώ. Τώρα το τραγουδήσετε μαζί μου, όλοι μαζί. Η δική μου η πατρίδα έχει μοιραστεί στα δυο. Η δική μου η πατρίδα έχει μοιραστεί στα δυο. Από τα δυο κομμάτια πρέπει να αγαπώ. Από τα δυο κομμάτια πρέπει να αγαπώ. Η δική μου η πατρίδα έχει μοιραστεί στα δυο. Η δική μου η πατρίδα έχει μοιραστεί στα δυο. Κι από τα δυο κομμάτια πρέπει να αγαπώ. Κι από τα δυο κομμάτια πρέπει να αγαπώ.
Θα πούμε και στα αγγλικά. Αυτό είναι δικό μου τραγούδι. And it's a song that I wrote at a really difficult time in my life to remind myself that things can change and will change. And I want to dedicate this to Cyprus and how I feel about Cyprus, that we will rise again. When you found me, I was beaten down, life's unexpected turns had me going round and round. And I wondered if I'll make it through, like I got my fingertips so close to losing. And you told me to stand tall, don't be ashamed, sometimes we are gonna fall. We stumble, just take a breath, it's okay not to be okay. I started to lose.
that I'm dying up. I didn't make it great and I didn't give it up. But the tears fell and my heart was bruised. Something fired up in me, she's the one that's losing. And I told myself, to stand up tall, don't be ashamed. Sometimes we are gonna fall. When you stumble, just take a breath. It's okay not to be okay. Life's gonna take a little ride again. Every blessing has been a light to shine. You gotta dig into the snow once it's given mine. You got it well when you're strong. Know what's truly you, what you're looking for. And I told you to stand up tall. Don't be ashamed. Sometimes we're all gonna fall. We stumble, just take a breath. It's okay not to be okay. Life's like this and we will rise again. And we will rise again. And you will rise again. And you will rise again.
Γη της λεμονιάς της ελιάς, γη της αγκαλιάς της χαράς, γη του πεύκου του κυπαρίσιου, των παλικαριών και της αγάπης, χρυσοπράσινο φύλλο ρηγμένο στο πέλαγο. Γη του ξεραμένου λιβαδιού, γη της πικραμένης Παναγιάς, γη του λίβα τα δίκου χαμού, δάκρυου καιρού των ηφαιστείων, χρυσοπράσινο φύλλο ρηγμένο στο πέλαγος. Γη των κοριτσιών που γελούν, γη των αγοριών που μεθούν, της αγάπης και του όνειρου. Χρυσοπράσινο φύλλο ρηγμένο, χρυσοπράσινο φύλλο ρηγμένο στο πέλαγος.
Σας ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ που βρίσκεστε εδώ απόψε. Εγώ προσωπικά δεν γεννήθηκα στην Κύπρο, δεν είμαι Κυπραία, έχω γεννηθεί στην Ελλάδα, αλλά για μένα είμαστε το ίδιο. Είναι μεγάλη μου τιμή που βρίσκομαι και συνεισφέρω όσο μπορώ με αυτά τα 2-3 τραγουδάκια. Δεν τα ξέρω ίσως πολύ καλά, να είστε επικείς μαζί μου, γιατί για μένα είναι καινούργια όλα αυτά. Υπόσχομαι όμως στο μέλλον θα εργαστώ πιο σκληρά και θα σας τα πω ακόμα πιο καλά. Είναι μεγάλη μου τιμή που συμμετέχω σε αυτό το event για αυτή την ιστορική στιγμή. Είναι καλό να μην ξεχνάμε και να περνάμε το μήνυμα και στις νεότερες γενιές. Σας ευχαριστώ. Σε αυτό το κομμάτι είναι γνωστό, θα ήθελα να συμμετάσχουμε όλοι μαζί.
Της δικαιοσύνης η εννοείται και νησίες η δοξαστική. Μη παρακαλώ σας μη παρακαλώ σας μη παρακαλώ σας λησμονάτε τη χώρα μου. Όμορφα έχει ψηλά πια στα ηφαίστεια κλίματα σειρά και τα σπίτια πιο λευκά και τα σπίτια πιο λεπτά και τα σπίτια πιο λεπτά στου γλαφτού το γειτόνεμα. Πίκρα μου χέρια με τον κεραυνό θα γυρίζω πίσω απότερο. Τους παλιούς μου φίλους καλώ, τους παλιούς μου φίλους καλώ, τους παλιούς μου φίλους καλώ, με φοβέρες και θέματα. Μη παρακαλώ σας μη παρακαλώ σας μη παρακαλώ σας λησμονάτε τη χώρα μου.
Σας ευχαριστούμε πολύ. Βασίλη μου.
Κλείνουμε με ένα χορευτικό και ελπίζω να περάσουν τα μηνύματα, να τα πήρατε και οπωσδήποτε εύχομαι την επόμενη φορά να έχουμε περισσότερο κόσμο και την επόμενη φορά να τραγουδούμε για την ελεύθερη πατρίδα. Ας το ευχηθούμε.
Να σε αποχαιρετήσω, ούτε μου τα καταφέρα να σε υποφιλήσω. Αν έχεις τον οδός μου τον, θα τον αντέξω πώς μου. Δώσ' μου αν έχεις θάνατο, να γίνει και δικός μου. Με τους αγγέλους κάθεσαι, δεν είσαι μοναχός σου. Εκεί ψηλά μου βρίσκεσαι, είναι ο παραδείσος σου. Έφυγες και δεν πρόλαβες να μου πεις για ταξίδια, γιατί ακόμα έπεσες τα παιδικά παιχνίδια, γιατί ακόμα έπαιζες τα παιδικά παιχνίδια. Μου αρέκησε μαζί λίγο απ' την ψυχή σου. Δώσ' μου από τα κάλλη σου να πορευτώ μαζί σου. Από που και μας άφησες σαν φύλακτο φασέτο. Τους πόνους που μας ποτίσες πάντα να τους αντέχω. Άσε μαζί μας πλάτω, βαθιά μες στην καρδιά μου, και αναμνήσεις στέχνω μου, με τους αγγέλους
κάθεσαι και είσαι μοναχός σου και η ψηλά που βρίσκεσαι είναι ο παραδείσος σου και πήγες και δεν πρόλαβες να πεις για ταξίδια γιατί ακόμα έπεσες τα παιδικά παιχνίδια γιατί ακόμα έπεσες τα παιδικά παιχνίδια.